YouTube. So luckily we can see some sunshine again. It's still a bit partly cloudy, but we've had about a week and a half of rain. So this month we haven't generated as much solar power, but we can talk about that in another video where we compare the power generation across months. But in this video I want to address some of the questions that we've had from our subscribers and our viewers. So let's start with the first one. So Jay had a question on backup and batteries on the GoodWe. So the backup LED on the GoodWe panel, that indicates your backup circuit. Now, the way the GoodWe works is it has a separate backup circuit where it can supply dedicated breakers or your circuits for with backup power. That's in the event of a utility loss or a power failure, right? So in our case, if we have load shedding or we have a power failure from Eskom, then those circuits that are connected or those appliances that are connected on that circuit, on the backup circuit, will be powered. So under normal conditions, you'll have your lights connected to it. You'll probably have a fridge, a freezer, those types of backup appliances, right? And in another video, we'll talk about what can you connect on your backup circuit and what you can't connect, because there are some things that you cannot connect. Okay, so the GoodWe does not have any built-in backup power. All backup power will be supplied either if it's during the day, if we suffer a loss during the day, then it'll be supplied from your panels, or at night, you'll exclusively be supplied from your batteries. I hope that answers your question, Jay. And the next question we have is, how long does the batteries last? Now, if you're talking about the longevity of the batteries, in other words, in total, the lifespan of the batteries, that's about 10 years. And the pylon techs are even warranted to last about 10 years. I've been running my pylon techs now for about a year and a half, and the state of health has already dropped by 3%, and that's just because we cycle our batteries daily down to 30% state of charge. So seeing that the GoodWe is a hybrid system, you have to have batteries connected to it. Why? Because the GoodWe's algorithm works such that when the sun starts to shine, the priority is given to supply your circuits as well as charge your batteries. So in the event that you have a partly cloudy day like this, when there's some cloud cover, it then draws from your batteries. But once the sun sets, then what happens is it exclusively powers all your circuits from your batteries. So whether it's on your backup circuit or whether it's your geyser for that matter, which is not on your backup, if your geyser comes on at say 7 p.m., power is going to be supplied from your batteries partially, right? Because if you have say a 4 kilowatt geyser, then maybe 3 kilowatts or will be supplied from your inverter and your batteries, and the balance from Eskom. So that's how the hybrid inverter works. It has, but you can also configure it. You can configure it not to use any battery power during the night. In other words, it will retain that power only in the case of a power failure. However, the GoodWe will still raise alarms because it will state that your battery is not being utilized enough. So our depth of discharge when on grid is 70%, and when off grid, in the event of a power failure, is 80%. That means that in the night, whilst we do have power, the GoodWe will deplete the batteries until 30% the state of charge, right? And in the event of a power failure, it'll go down to 20% state of charge. So come sunset and up to about, say, 8:30 to 9 p.m., our supply is almost exclusively being supplied by the batteries. Okay, I hope that answers the question. And then in the next video, we'll talk about the differences between lithium and SLA batteries, because the GoodWe does have an option to use SLA batteries. However, GoodWe does not warrant it. Thank you for watching, and please keep posting your questions.